Hello students, welcome to the SIMRAN IAS Academy. So in the last video I had discussed the syllabus of paper 1 of Sociology. So in this video I will be discussing the paper 2, its syllabus. So in this paper we generally study about Indian society. What are the various social institutions of Indian society? So in this paper we have 3 sections. This paper topics and the chapters are divided into different sections, but I'll make it very simple. So I'll go by chapter and chapter, right? So the first chapter in paper 2 of Sociology consists of perspective on study of Indian society. Now there are different perspectives to study Indian society. We have Indology, that is by G.S. Ghurye. These are the prominent thinkers, G.S. Ghurye, M.N. Srinivas, A.R. Desai, etc. of Indian society, and other perspective like structural functionalism and Marxist. And this is our first chapter of paper 2. So in second chapter or second unit we study the impact of colonial rule on Indian society. Here we study about the background of Indian nationalism, modernization of Indian traditions and social reforms, etc. So this is our second chapter. So third chapter consists of rural and agrarian social structure. Here we study about the idea of Indian village and village studies. We also study the various agrarian social structures, their evolutions, and we also study about land reforms. So this is our third unit. Our fourth unit consists of caste system. We study various perspectives on caste system. Perspective of thinkers like G.S. Ghurye, M.N. Srinivas, Louis Dumont, Andre Bete, etc. We also study the features of caste system, untouchability, its form, its different perspective in the caste system. So this is our fourth unit. In our fifth unit, we study the tribal communities in India. Here we study their definitional problems, their geographical spread, different colonial policies, their issues of integration and assimilations. So this is our fifth unit. Now our sixth chapter consists of social classes in India. Here we study about different class structures. For example, we have agrarian class structure, then we have industrial class structure, and we also study about middle classes in India. So our next chapter is the system of kinship in India. Now this chapter is also overlapping with the paper 1. We also study kinship system in paper 1, but here we are studying in Indian a specific way. We will be studying the different forms of marriages which are prevalent in India. We will study about the patriarchy, about the kinship in specific to Indian society. Here we will study family and marriage, house, dimensions of the family, patriarchy, sexual division of labor from Indian context. Our next chapter is religion and society. Again, this is also the chapter which is mentioned in the paper 1 of Sociology, but here everything that we study would be in specific to Indian society. We study about various religious communities in India, the problems of religious minorities. Okay, so as I have told you that in paper 1 there were less overlapping of topics with the GS papers, but your whole GS1's society's part is holistically covered in this paper. We study everything that is part of society, as I have also mentioned, land reform, agriculture, agrarian structure, class system, everything we study in paper 2. So our next unit is social change in India. In social change in India, basically it is the second section of our paper 2, where we study about the vision of social change in India, where we study about idea of development, planning and mixed economy, constitution, law and social change. We also study about education and social change. Although in this paper we have more number of topics or chapters, but they are in comparison to paper 1, there is less syllabus for paper 2. It's just that they have mentioned a lot of topics, but they are not that broad. And next we study the rural and agrarian transformation in India. So in this we study about rural development, the community development program, we study about cooperatives, poverty and poverty alleviation schemes, etc. We also study about green revolution and social change, and also the problems of rural laborer, the bondage, migration, etc. So our next chapter is industrialization and urbanization in India. Here we study about evolution of modern industries in India, the growth of urban settlement in India, working class, we study about informal sector, child labor, slum, deprivation, etc. So our next chapter consists of politics and society. In this we study about nation, democracy, citizenship, regionalism, decentralization of power, secularization, political elite, pressure groups, political party, which is also your GS2's paper part. Okay. Next we study the social movements in India. In this we study about various women movement by backward class people, and environmental movement based on ethnicity and identity. Our second last topic is population dynamics, where we study about population size, growth, their composition, distribution, and what are the different family planning, population policy of our government. We also study about emerging issues such as aging, sex ratio, child and infant mortality, and reproductive health. Our last topic consists of challenges of social transformation. Here we study about the crisis of development, the displacement, environmental problem, sustainability, poverty, deprivation, inequality. Also we study about various conflicts such as caste conflict, ethnic conflict, religious revivalism, communalism, illiteracy, disparity in education, and along with this we also study about the violence against women. So these are basically around 15 to 16 chapters, although they are huge in number as compared to paper 1, but their content and their topics, subtopics, they are less than the paper 1. So we give equal time to paper 1 and paper 2 to study the whole sociology. So this was it for this video. I hope and whatever doubts you will have, we will definitely address your queries. So thank you so much. Stay tuned.